Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're really diving into something fascinating, what it actually means to uncover, hidden knowledge, profound insights. We've got this one source, a short text from a reprint of a spiritual commentary. And our mission for you listening is to unpack this really intriguing idea it presents, the concept of treasures of darkness and these hidden riches. How does this text say we find them? And maybe more importantly, what are they?
It's a really compelling place to start, isn't it? The source kicks off with this powerful quote from Isaiah 45:3, "And I will give thee the treasures of darkness and hidden riches of secret places." What's really insightful, I think, is how the commentary immediately frames this. It's saying profound wisdom, these divine good things, they aren't just lying around. They're presented as something hidden, something you have to actively seek out. It suggests these aren't just obscure facts, but, well, transformative truths waiting.
Okay, yeah, that definitely sets the stage. So finding these hidden treasures isn't automatic. That much is clear. The source suggests a very specific prerequisite, a starting point. Now, for those of us familiar with different spiritual paths, this idea of a prerequisite for deeper understanding, well, it's not entirely new. But this commentary really emphasizes it says we must come into Christ as members of his body, the true church, by sacrifice. Okay, so sacrifice. Does the text give us any more on what kind of sacrifice it means? Is it just an initial thing or?
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
It seems to be less about, say, a one-off ritual. It's framed more as a complete reorientation, a kind of surrender of the self. The act aligning your whole being with this higher purpose, fully stepping into that new identity.
Yeah.
So it's not just thinking, okay, I agree. It's deeper, a transformative change that lays the groundwork, really. It's like the key, the entry point to even begin the search.
Fascinating. A foundational shift. So once that prerequisite, that really personal commitment is met, what then? How does the text describe the active part? The actual finding of these riches? It sounds like an ongoing journey.
Exactly. It's definitely not a one-time event. The source describes this continuous dynamic process. It says, as we progress faithfully in our sacrificial service as priests, walking in the footsteps of the great high priest, we find more and more of these true riches of grace day by day and year by year. So yeah, it's progressive, an unveiling that happens over time. Think of it less like digging up a buried chest, maybe more like mastering a really complex skill. Each effort, each bit of sustained practice, it sharpens your perception, deepens your access. The commitment itself sort of refines you, the seeker.
I like that. The idea that the seeking changes you, making you able to see what was hidden before. It's not just getting to a place, but the journey is the becoming. Okay, but as this journey unfolds, what do these treasures and riches actually look like? The commentary gets quite specific, right?
It does, yeah. Very explicit. It defines them as, quote, knowledge of divine good things and reservation, and the fellowship with God. Let's break that down, maybe. Knowledge of divine good things and reservation. It suggests, well, profound truths held back, perhaps, waiting until we're ready. Insights not for the casual glance, but for the truly dedicated. And then, maybe even more importantly, the fellowship with God. This isn't just data or abstract ideas. It's communion, a direct, lived connection. And it reinforces this, saying these treasures are all hidden in Christ, in whom are hid all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge.
Great. So wrapping this up a bit, what does this all mean for you listening in? Our deep dive here into this commentary, it shows a path, a profound one, maybe challenging, sure, but a path to these treasures of darkness and hidden riches. It starts that foundational sacrifice, moves into ongoing active service, and culminates in finding not just divine knowledge, but importantly, that fellowship.
Exactly. And connecting this to the bigger picture, the source suggests these blessings, even though they're hidden, aren't just for some far-off future. The really profound idea here is that you can anticipate and enjoy those blessings in a measure now. Okay, so this raises a question for you, something to really think about. How does embracing this journey, the sacrifice, the continuous service, how does that transform something hidden into something that you can actually access, something you can experience right now in your present life?